Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown Thumb Nursery. I'm Rob. I am out here in my nursery area, and it's Saturday, so I'm doing a little bit bigger project today. But I've got issue with my propagation area, where I have my shade structure. I've got it basically filled up, and so I need another one. And I did purchase more than one, so I've got another one, all the parts here to do it. But I'm going to take and get this area here, over here, where I've just moved my plants. I'm going to mow this down here good and get some weed fabric down and then start building. So anyhow, I just thought I'd bring you along for that. So I got to kind of move my plants over because I like to overlap my weed fabric about 6 inches or whatever. So I got to move all the stuff, my plants along the edge. I already started down there, but I thought, hey, I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm basically in the edge of the other not greenhouse. I always want to call it a greenhouse, but a shade house here. And so I'm going to extend, the next one's going to go out long ways that way. But I got to kind of pull up this weed fabric here because it's got like a really big dip here and over here. And it just makes it bad for, everything. I just need to get it graded out. So anyhow, I'm going to pull this fabric back, and then and then there's a hole there, kind of a dip right over there. I got to get all that graded out, and then I'll lay out some more weed fabric. You can kind of see some of these pins that we was putting in the ground. We're hitting rocks and all kinds of stuff like crazy here. Okay, so you might see some blue there. What that is carpet padding. Well, what we've done is I've had some scraps of carpet and some old stuff, torn out from something, whatever. And I put that down as a layer to protect whatever sharp objects that are on the ground. Sometimes even like grass and weeds, when you chop it, it has like a pokey, sharp thing. And so I use whatever I can and try to avoid that. So I had some old carpet padding and some carpet. So underneath the whole entire shade house here has got old carpet strips. So, and I think I've got another little piece of carpet over there, scrap piece of carpet. So I'll use it where I can. I'll use it where I think I'm going to walk the most, just to, to protect that area. But if you have enough to cover the whole area, man, I tell you what, I highly recommend it. I did it over at the other property, and it in itself helps suppress weeds. And then you put the weed fabric over it, it's a double good. So anyhow, just another little tip there. So now I'm going to go get the tractor and see if I can dig up some dirt from somewhere to bring in and kind of fill this up. So I'll be back. I was rolling it out, I almost forgot to put that carpet down. I just have a little piece, but I'm going to go get it because it's worth doing, so I'm going to go grab that. Okay guys, I'm getting the greenhouse kit out. Now, I'm calling it a shade house because I'm not putting the actual greenhouse cover on, but it does come with a greenhouse cover. So, and this is, it's Out Sunny is the brand name, and it is a 26 by 10 by 7 is what they're, what this particular model is. And we got it from the website. I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's AOSOM. AOSOM? I don't know. But anyhow, that's the website. I'll try to like flash it up on the screen or put some way where you could like pause the video and like read it or whatever. But anyhow, if you're interested. Now right now, when I bought these, I bought 4 of these. And this is one, that's one, that's one, and then this is the 4th kit. So, anyhow, but this, they were like $189 when I bought the 4. Now they're up to $219, I think. I checked just a little bit ago, and they're like $219. So, but I still, if it was $219, I would still buy them. They're real flimsy metal. I mean, I would say that. I'm just trying to get you so you know what you're getting if you're interested. But, well, let me just kind of show you the structure of this one. This is, you know, you can kind of see it comes with all the parts, and this, except for the shade cloth I bought separately. And I bought one that is 26 by 12, and I wish I'd have got it 26 by 18 or something, because it doesn't go all the way down the side. So I'm going to reorder some more of that for next year. But this is going to get me through for this year. And so anyhow, I just pulled out the paper that comes with it. And it shows, now you don't have to read any of this stuff. This is all just extra stuff to read, that just worthless time spent. But what you're wanting to look at is the numbers. It shows the numbers where each piece, you know, all the different layout. Each piece lays out. So, and what I'm doing is I'm building the arches, or the ribs I call them, building the arches first, putting them all together first, and then just loosely, you know, putting the screws in just finger tight. And then when I go to add the purlins and all of that stuff, I will tighten them all up. But I'll show you that process. Now they show you starting at the bottom and then doing it like this and then like this. But and we did it that way. The first one, the second one I did almost all by myself, and I did it by building the arches first, and then it worked out extremely well, and you'll see what I mean when I get to that point. But anyhow, so this is just where I'm at with that. Oh, it looks like it has a model number or something. Can you see that? Just in case you're interested, screenshot that if you need to. I don't know, that might not get you anywhere. I don't even know. So anyhow, let me just show you what I mean by so all of the different pieces come bagged up, you know, together. Like this is a bag of number 2s. It's got just a little number 2 there. So, and then I look on my thing to see where number 2 goes. And those are the uprights for the arches. So I'm going to go ahead and lay those all out. Looks like all the number 2s go all around the edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 on the other row. And on, you know, in case you're following this along as how to do it, I'm putting so they got an edge that's crimped in, which they call a swedged end. Putting that up, the full size end down. Hey, another thing, by the way, you saw me rolling out the weed fabric. Sorry. And but anyhow, you saw that I was just laying stuff on it to keep it laying down. Okay, so now they make these little pins, landscape pins, I think they call them. These ones are 4-inch. They make 6-inch ones, which we have some of those too. But anyhow, these here, you poke those down through into the ground. And of course, I have to take a hammer and drive them down because of the rocks. And I think I showed you some of them when I was pulling them up. They bend the heck out of them because of all the rocks. But anyhow, I like to use these as minimally as possible because they poke holes and weeds grow up through those little spots. So I will go through and, you know, go back wherever I need to and put these. But right now, I'm just going to try to hold it down and hold plants down, or have plant. You can see all these 2 other rows that I put over here. I put these out a couple weeks ago. I put 0 pins in those, and there you can see they're not going anywhere. So anyhow, I'm just trying to say, for one thing, these are not cheap. They're like 40 bucks for a box of them. So I mean, it's not that expensive, but I mean, it's just a little bit here and there. But they poke holes is the big thing. And then when you overlap, you know, your things, you lose 6 inches because you overlap 6 and 6, so you're losing basically a whole foot on each side. And then you poke through both layers, so you've wasted, you know, and it does grow through those. It does. Weeds will find their way up. Okay, so when I put the arches together first, what I use is not what comes with the kit. It's these little sheet metal screws, which are actually, these are actually designed for metal stud screws for, you know, for structural, or for building. They got a little Phillips head with a little drill bit tip, but it's just little sheet metal screw, and they're about a 1/2 inch long or whatever. So anyhow, that's what I'm using, and I'll try to get down close and show you how I'm doing that and why. Put that bolt through there just for temporary. We're gonna take these screws, just 1 screw, and just tack it together. Gonna pull that bolt back out. All right, guys, it kind of come a storm on us pretty quick here, so we had to kind of head inside. But anyhow, we got, I don't know if you can see, I got a lot of the parts laid out. I'm starting to put the arches together, and I'm gonna get back on that right now. Okay, so hopefully you saw how I did that. If you're trying to build one yourself or whatever like this, what I did there is getting those first braces, diagonal braces up on these both sides. It's a little bit tricky doing it by yourself, but it's really very doable. And so that's kind of the key to the whole being able to do it yourself thing, is putting the ribs together first, and then just getting those diagonals on. Once you get those braces on, you can just continue to build all the way across with no issues. So just continue. I'll try to punch in some tips here as I go, so just kind of keep on watching. All right, so did that make sense? Hopefully that made sense. Maybe I could get you a little different angle. Let's try that.
Can I say my... We have to say our names because
I already did. You can go over there and keep doing that. I'm recording, but you're not over there.
Hi guys, I'm Harley.
So now I'm working on this next purlin. I got these first two, and like before, you have to connect the two together before you run that bolt through there. And then actually it's easy to kind of go ahead and stick your bolts down through up here on this part. Just makes it one less thing to have to hold. Whew. All right, guys. Of course, it don't look that dark in the camera, so but it's getting pretty hard to see, we'll say. Anyhow, I got all the parts used up. I didn't tighten anything down. Well, I did the very top row, but anyhow, I'm going to go back through tomorrow and tighten everything up, get the shade cloth out, stretch it, and so anyhow, I'll be back tomorrow. All right, I kind of got it up there. I'm going to go grab a couple of bungee cords. I guess I really didn't think this thing through. I didn't order any extra bungee cords, but I've got a few extra from when I did this one, so I'll go grab what I can find here. Okay, so I only had 4 extra ones that are leftover ones. One of them, well, 5, one of them had missing end. So I'm going to go and steal a few from the other shade house and just see if I can get it just basically to stay in place until I get an order put in for some more bungee cords. And then I'm also going to need some paracord that I use to tie it in as well. So anyhow, I got to order some more stuff, but let me get a couple more of these on here. All right, guys, it is a few days later. I was editing my video. I had all the clips done, and was I couldn't get a couple of the clips in. They were corrupted files or whatever, I don't know. But anyhow, so I thought I'd just come back out and do kind of a recap for the ending, show you what I got going on here. So let's take a look. So you can see I did get my bungee cords. I ordered the bungee cords. They came in, so I got those all kind of stretched across back to the next frame, pull it over and come back. And I got those all in at every one of the little grommets they put. And also I put zip ties. I'm not sure if you saw that or not, but all the way on this side, just kind of put zip ties on loosely. I still have room to tighten them up a little bit if I need to once I get the other side tied down. Now I'm going to tie that side down along there. I've got paracord, and I'm going to just do let me show you what I did over here. So you can kind of see I just used paracord, me and Zach did, and put up and down there. So I plan to do that same thing on that bottom, reaching around to the bottom bar on that. And boy, look how nice it looks. Just shade cloth all stretched out there. I like it better coming down closer to the bottom. That looks better, and it's definitely going to do a better job of shading that side. However, on this side, you can see how high it is. I'm not going to get any shade over there, and we'll have to see how that works out. I'll just have to put all my plants that need shade on that side, and if I have some that are already hardened off, or if I'm hardening something off, I'll put them that side. So anyhow, that's it for this video. Hopefully that's helpful to you, and if you were wanting to purchase something like this and then follow along how I did it, hopefully that had been a helpful video for you. Otherwise, just keep watching updates on the nursery. We're always thinking forward on how we can expand and grow and grow more plants and all that thing. So anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll catch you on the south side. God bless.